Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. Today's episode's coming to you at 9:45 p.m. I'm going to be expediting the remainder of not the remainder of Monster Train. That sounds like I'm ending the series or something like that. I'm leaving Thursday. It is Tuesday night, and you are hearing this on Wednesday, which means I have 7 Monster Trains and 7 Into the Breaches to record tomorrow, and then I have to drive 8 hours. So, you know. Vacation came a little, not vacation, going out of town came a little faster than I expected. I thought I had more time, but I was wrong. So, we're in backlog recording mode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you're doing well today. Let's get going. Exile Hellhorned, Awoken, Soul Sucker, Rage, Chase, Molting Imp, Glimmer, Imp in a box. Cool, cool, cool. I mean, it's a double Imp starter with Queen. You love to see it. It's a triple Imp. Alright, this run's over. I'm also in a rush because I have to stream tonight. It's a little bit of a tough situation. One sec. Imp Parade and then I take double space is good. I just have to throw them all in front of Queen. Or Imperialist and I get to throw them all. I think that both are good, and realistically I probably want to fuse the path. So what's better early? I think Imperialist is better early. And we should be strong. Mark of a Champion is awful. This is awful. I hate this. I'll take Channel Heart. I was gonna say something, but I don't remember what it was. I can take this. I can take this. It'll be fine. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Well, first of all, Into the Breach might be on hold. I'm gonna record as much as I can, but ultimately, you know, it's a lot to do. Queen Zimpling should go first. And then Queen. Then Train Steward? No, I messed this up. Train Steward goes in front and then they both die, and I don't think Ember Drain. That's the right play. Okay. I found it. Yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of recording for me in the next few days. Going out of town. I hesitate to say vacation because, you know, for me personally, and maybe you can relate, let me know. Feel free to let me know. I would be interested to hear. For me personally, vacation is just like sitting at my computer and picking a game and playing it and not really thinking about anything else. But I gotta go do the social obligations. I gotta go see the family. You know how it goes. It's the life. When I started content, I didn't actually have to go anywhere. I couldn't go anywhere because of the pandemic. So there was this long, uninterrupted sequence where I streamed and I was able to make content nonstop. But now I have to go on vacation like 3 times a year. It's tough, but, you know, family's family. I don't really hate it or anything like that. It's just, it's tough because it makes me go through these, like, intense content recording sessions because I always put it off. Healing is not very useful here. I think Vine Grasp is the best. A ping to kill my imps sounds pretty good. And then we'll go see a Hellhorned unit of some sort. Endless is good. The Range Brute is great. We have Rage Imp, right? Yeah, so we could play Endless Rage Imp. And Deranged Brute. That sounds good. No, not Endless Deranged Brute. Endless Rage Imp. I'm in. And then because he being Rage Imp is in a run with Imp Toss, I can give him HP. I can give a Thornstone here. And it's not terrible, but I'm gonna wait because I'll have to go to another seal shop anyway. In the perfect world, I see... I don't need a unit draft here. It's not worth it. In a perfect world, there's a welder helper waiting for me here today. But we will see. I'll put the queen in front, sure. The enemies don't matter. Like, this is the thing. This run is unbelievably strong already. All I have to do is pick space in this run to take off. My scaling is independent of the enemies themselves. Oh, hey, Transcendent. And so I can just use the imps that I spawn to kill enemies and then watch the enemies melt, or watch the bosses melt to my rage generation. And of course, if we see Transcendent, this also run over. Okay, we did not see Welder Helper. It's okay, but it is slightly worse. It's not the perfect run. Sting, I did pick Channel Heart, so Sting inherently gets a little better. Divine Artifact? I'll take Firewall. And then I'm gonna go look for Multi-Strike here. Wow, that was easy. You ever see that, like the Staples "that was easy" button in real life? You know what I'm talking about? Someone must know what I'm talking about. When I volunteered at my hospital for my high school community service, the lady I worked under, she had one of those "that was easy" buttons that she would hit every time I would give an assignment to her. No, I'd give her an assignment, but turn in an assignment that she gave me. Dante sounds ridiculous, Dante plus Deranged Brute, but it's actually really bad here, I think, because Dante, Deranged Brute, pardon me, Dante the Deranged Brute Queen is just too much. Basically, I feel like this is opening the door to a defeat. Now, another line I want to address here is duplicating Fledgling Imp and then self-infusing. And I think that's fine too. Basically, what you're going to look at here, if you're going to play along with this run, is you're going to look at this and you're going to go, well, I see a different way to play through this run. I would have done this in another way. To which I would say to you, yeah. I mean, from this position, Queen on Imp Parade, the world is our oyster. You can go about this any number of ways, I think. Impsicle, triple Imp starter, Transcendent from this is cool. However you want to go about it to win this run, the world, it is all you. And Monster Train is starting me off nice, I have to say. It's gonna be... I think I have not been playing my best lately, so I'm gonna hope for a little bit of an assist from Monster Train. If I don't get an assist, it's fine, I'll pull through, I'm sure. When I'm doing the big recording session here, I'm gonna do Glimmer, Grass, but I am also going to inherently be playing quite a bit faster since I have to record 7 episodes of this game. So, just be warned. I'm going to do my best though, of course. I'm not gonna like half-ass it. However, probably going to limit the number of... I'm gonna look for real-life time optimizations, I guess is how I could put it. Sometimes I've said, in regards to Slay the Spire, the optimal line in-game and the optimal line in real life are separate entities. And, you know, I mean, sometimes it's gonna hold true in Monster Train as well. The optimal line in-game might not be the optimal line for me, like as a human. I don't need Dark Deal. Awoken's Rail Spike is also underwhelming. And One Horn's Tome is bad. Yeah, I don't think I want any of these. I think there's a case for Awoken's Rail Spike, but I don't love it if you're not able to take energy. I think it's kind of underwhelming. Steelworker sounds like a good idea. Yeah. Armor 5, with the way that I see it, is something that I have come to understand recently in Monster Train is that you really don't play this game with a single idea. You play this game with like an amalgamation of ideas to solve your problems. How do I survive? Well, now half of my survival is handled by Steelworker. This is a case where, I mean, I guess all of my offensive scaling is multiple cards. It's Queen plus the other one, the Deranged Brute plus the Rage Imp. It's actually all 3. We get Imp Parade, which is good. It's a little messy, just a little, but I don't want any of this. I need to take a look at my temple situation. Oh, it's great. In yesterday's episode, you heard me complain about how the temples generated. In this episode, this is how I think the temples should generate basically every time. This is what, if I could choose, I would generate something like this. I think after Fell, I would not mind skipping a temple, but like directly after a boss, I don't know. Do you think it's crazy? Would you, if you given the opportunity, would you make the monster train temples? Would you make it seated? Would you make it a set path through? I think I would, honestly. I think there would be a temple in Ring 2, a relic or money in Ring 3, a temple in Ring 4. I think you just alternate it as what I think feels the best now that I start to talk about it. Just a thought, you know? Just something to think about a little bit. Am I off by 1 damage on the collector? What a shame. Because you could go 2 Queen Zimplings on him. I should have had that. I should have played the Rage Imp for it. The money is worth more, because I'm not at risk here. What a shame. Now, I'm going to leave this deck full of Imps. It's going to generate, like, actually too many Imps. I'm going to have I have more Imps than I could ever play. And so the answer to this is to remove every other card. And so the entire deck ends up being just Imps. And then I can just manage my Imp generation through that. You know, and some support cards here and there, of course. It's not just Imps, but primarily Imps. The card draw being like this is also going to lead to these situations where Fledgling Imp is our bottom card. And the card draw being like this meaning there is no card draw, of course. But it shouldn't matter too much. I'd love to not take the Absolver double curse forever, but gonna need something a little shocking. We get a Vine Grass, we get one. Acceptable. Now, I have to get better about these Welder Helper plays. I kept the boss reasonably weak here, and he'll get chumped out a little, but, you know. Playing Welder Helper on Queen is going to be important. I also think that a Steel Shop will be good. Impish Scholar is very good here. Inferno is also good, but, like, Impish Scholar, though. I think you could make a great case for Preserved Thorns, but I'm going to skip it because I took Impish Scholar, and we're going to go look for the high roll. You know what the high roll is. You don't need me to tell you that this run is ridiculous with double summons. This run is already ridiculous, but Ashes just makes it so much more. Hammered Chestplates is good enough to me. I think plus 5 HP, it might not seem like much, but going from 26 to 31 on the frontline Imp, that's a pretty good amount. Spellchain Imp in a box is just, like, absolutely unplayable. You can't, that's too many Imps. You just cannot. So, I'm gonna Purge Stone here, and I'm just gonna Purge Stone Restore. I don't really need healing. Or rather, 5 restores is never going to reach a point where all 5 of them are useful. Ooh, multi-striking a master, a sweep combat is a good way to die here. I'll get steamrolled, actually. I should be... Oh, I can't be too confident, you know? I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. We still have to give the game some amount of respect here. Remember to play Welder Helpers. Like, this is the combat that I need to slow myself down in. Because I'm going very fast, and that's okay. But in this combat, I will probably die if I go so fast. Fledgling Imp is not late. Good news, everyone. Air Chomper, sure. Yeah, if he had multi-strike here, he would be doing quite a bit more. Might not look like much, but with multi-strike, because he would get the... I guess he would just do 8. It would just be double. But 8 to all of my units is 16 damage across the board, where I cannot chump it. So, I think what I'm doing here makes sense. Oh, you know, could I? No, I could not have healed that Imp out of death range. I was gonna say, maybe I was supposed to heal that guy, but no. Is he dying too? Oh, he has rage, of course. That turn looks a little strange, but I looked at it again and it makes sense. It looks strange because why is Brute taking 11 there? And it's because he's taking 5 explosion damage. Oh, I don't have to care about this. This is where 31 becomes a better number than 26, I think. Oh no, this is not it, actually. 31 is a better number if I had pulled the enemy to the front, but I did not do that. Ah. What a fool I am. I didn't realize it until it was too late that I could hope Transcendent there. I didn't think it through. I think there's another Transcendent in here though anyway, so I could still draw him. I'm gonna start pressing end turn. My boss is... he actually might win this. Yeah, it's kind of close. I would say that was close anyway. But it's because we're relying right now on the plus 25 Fledgling Imp to tank, and so we had to be careful in the sweep combat, which we were. Tiresome Climb is the other half of survival here, I think. We now have what I would feel is 100% of our survival plan. Yeah, as much as the Hellvent sounds good, I don't need to do the Fledgling Imp self-infuse right now. I need survival, I think. This is just about ensuring that I don't get clipped on the way through to the victory here, or I could just go multi-strike too. This is also good, honestly, because it lets me just punch through enemies like so. Yeah, it lets me punch through bosses. It lowers my relentless requirement pretty heavily. This might be too greedy, but I actually don't see it being too greedy. You might not believe me, you might think I'm just trying to pull your leg a little bit, but I think the +5 is what really pushes this into being at least fine. I really do. We're gonna leave this. Because, and I know he's also getting Steelworker +5s, so it's not quite right, but it takes him out of 3-turn lethal range against the boss, and into 4-turn from the sweep. And so, it's alright. Either way, I think that basically the plan is I'm going to punch through everything at this rate, and so more hits is better for that idea. There's so many imps. This is definitely double space though. Yeah, that's scary. I should do something about that. 25 times 2 should not be allowed to go. We definitely just tiresome climb it. Killing that makes it not scary, because one more hit from Fel, and that's what, 31 times 2? That's 60 damage. That's like you're entering just drop dead from full health range there. That's the sort of thing, right? As much as I want to just completely blaze through this run and be like, yeah, we're just cruising, everything's great. It's not all great. You gotta watch out for things like that. I have to make heads-up plays when they are required, and hopefully I have played enough Monster Train to notice them quickly. But we'll see. I can just leave the Welder Helper. He'll be fine to come back around. I don't care where this goes. I'll draw him again, probably. I could get Imp Parade, but it didn't generate me a Queen's Impling. I know it's going to generate me a Fledgling Imp, which is also fine, but I don't really know if I need that either. I need, like... I don't know what. 370, that's a lot of damage you're throwing at me. This is that thing that Fel does. I'm pretty sure that Rage Fel always triple rages like this, by the way. Like, the more that I play, the more that I see this, the more that I go, huh. She always does this, right? It's always a triple rage from Fel. I didn't have to check if that 15 times 2 was going to die, by the way, because it had no option, right? Even if it lives, it's just dazed walking up to the pyre. I'm gonna play both Fledgling Imps. I'm gonna put Impish Scholar down, but not play the Imp in a box. Just in case we can get a Transcendent. I mean, like I said, our game plan is kind of just to punch through the bosses. It's not really a situation where our goal is to outlive them. Our goal is to kill them in 2 turns. And so having 240 times 3 means that we are indeed punching through. 1 turn there, actually. Oh, Quick is interesting. It's really bad for Imp Toss here. I'll take Adaptive Mutation. I skipped it in a run that had a lot of rage earlier this week, so consider this my repentance. We'll make our boy have big HP. I know we're going into Chase Sarah, but I'm really not concerned. No, not Purge. I actually want to check for Value Stone. Nice. Down for Value Stone Adaptive Mutation. Unfortunately, I can't make 2 of it, but I can roll for Remove Consume now. Trap Shoot helps. There is no reason to skip Trap Shoot. It is just another piece in the stopping the Divinity from whittling me down pipeline. Okay, Tiresome climbs cost down. It's a 0 is fine. I have to go to the duplicate. Where is it? It's with the steel shop. Okay. So, in that case, I will actually freeze Infinite Box. That seems fine to me. Do I want another fledgling imp every turn? Yeah, I mean, what kind of fucking question is that? Of course I want another fledgling imp. What who's asking that? Where, Strawman? Where'd this guy come from? I thought last I saw you, you were in a place that I can't mention on YouTube.com. For fear of demonetization. Or in the Strawman's case, demonetization. Anyway. The joke is that it was hell. He was in hell. Is the joke if you like eternal? Anyway, the collector hasn't been mid 4 every time. I can't complain. I did take the armor trial here, which was a little bit suspicious, a little bit sussy. But I get to play 3 imps, so it shouldn't, like, there's no way, basically, is my feeling. There's just no way. We put up 3 attacks, or 3 defenders, whatever. I should have played 3 Queen's Implings here. I shouldn't have played this Pyre Chomper. I actually do not care about this guy's armor whatsoever. I just care about my own unit's HP. Where is my man? Where is my fledgling imp? Who has him? Okay, I'm gonna play Impish Scholar mid 4, see what's in the box. Impish Scholar. See what's in the box. Okay, it's not Impish Scholar again. I'm gonna sure. Purple fledgling imp here blocks all the damage, sounds good to me. And then I do have all of these imps to deal with. That's enough. It's alright. I mean, now we have our actual impish, or our actual fledgling imp here. And we have adaptive mutations, so we can go like... Does this go? What does he go to here? Oh, he actually just gains attack. He gains 8 attack. Okay. Wow. I thought that was going to be more difficult than that. I didn't think that he was actually... Because in my mind, I remember learning that adaptive mutation, you have to play it multiple times. I thought you did, but I guess that's not correct. Order, by the way, I should have played this differently. No, it doesn't matter. He's 215 health. Hello? What am I saying? I'm also, upon recognizing that I get to play 3 fledgling imps per turn, I'm starting to think maybe, just maybe. Hang on, 11, 5 is 16, and 25. So, it's better to pull one of these guys to the front. It makes no difference, actually. It's the same number of hits, okay. Technically better because the imp is blocking 30 instead of whatever he was blocking before, but it also just doesn't matter. I didn't even check. Did we win? Oh yeah, we won. 420 times 3 with 215 health. Could take another imp in a box, or I could just take Impish Scholar, which is another imp in a box. I mean, this is a hard choice because it is effective. I think it's better to take imp in a box. I think it's close though. You could maybe take Preserved Thorns there if you were so inclined. So, I've been thinking about it. I don't think I'm duplicating fledgling imp here. Let's get an extra upgrade slot. Holy cow. Oh, holy cannoli. Alright. So, I've been thinking, because I'm getting an imp from Queen, I would rather just get another adaptive mutation. And then I'll take 10 from here for intrinsic. I think it's imp in a box. I think that makes sense. Just get the ball rolling immediately. And then, as much as another multi-strike is good, I feel like I just want to look for the high roll. I want to look for the double summons. Oh my god, I just got another multi-strike in Gurg's Goad. Huh. Wow. It is, you know, sure. I wish I could tell you that I thought of that, but no. I did not think, oh, well, maybe I'll hit the high roll of double summons, or I'll just hit Gurg's Goad. No, I did not think of that, sadly. Alright, we're 100 of 100. Let's hit the road. Actually, to be what I would say is technically optimal, I should put another plus 25 out there. Just because it's an extra chump blocker, and there's like a really small subset of cases where I draw both of the imps with plus 25 on a turn where I am otherwise getting hit. And if that comes to pass, then I get to feel very smart. Fire Chomper goes in. I guess... I don't know, man. I could think about this a little more and figure out what's optimal here, but oh my god. It's actually just Pyre Chomper City. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna feed this armor to him. I don't think I care. What, like, where on earth are all of these Pyre Chompers coming from? Tell me. Where'd they all come from? If I play a Transcend Imp now, holy moly, man. 80 times 4? I'm gonna wait, or no, it's kind of close, because I'm gonna be fighting against the Chase Seraph buff purge forever, right? And so I could adapt a mutation now and just get the baseline rolling, or I could wait. I'm gonna wait. I think it's technically correct to do the baseline play. Just play the adaptive mutation there. It's a lot safer, is what I should say. But I'm not here to be safe, I'm here to send it. I'm here to pop off. I mean, if I don't play Molting Imp here, I'm actually just losing the game, so probably I want to play Molting Imp there. And with that Fledgling Imp, we're in the clear. Molting Imp, Pyre Chomper, Queen's Impling, Queen's Impling, Fledgling Imp. We got the fucking squad pulling up for 33. Yeah. I mean, you could tell me from, I could tell you from the outset this run was gonna be a bit of a banger. That's not a surprise. I would like to Queen's Impling. This is where you play your first adaptive mutation, because now my man has 100 HP, and the next one is big. Oh, my energy is gone next turn. I hope Impsicle gives me a Pyre Chomper. Wait, I don't care. Wait, my energy's at 0 and I don't give a shit. Hang on a minute. My imps are free and no other card in this game matters to me. And I made Tiresome Climb free so I can dodge this Ember Drain. Wait, I'm a genius. All part of my master plan. Of course. I'm sure you knew that was, of course, part of my masterful plan. Yeah. I think that the double adaptive mutation was actually the right choice, because I think the way that you would lose this run is by getting caught by just having a low relentless, because you don't get to make the big play. And I'm not really chunking out Seraph here. Sorry, I'm truncating my words a little bit. In this case, the big play that I'm referring to is the big adaptive mutation play, where you go, I have like 200 rage, and then you play adaptive mutation and jump up to like 200 health. You just like triple your HP, right? And because I can't really do that here, the second adaptive mutation basically lets you store your rage as is, as temporary HP, and then adaptive mutation it back. It's an interesting interaction, but if you've never seen it, you just gotta know that it just works. I think 4 dazed on the Seraph fight should be the right play, yeah. Because remember, we are, despite what it may look like, we are doing 1200 damage per round. So I'm like, I would say I'm 95% on this Divinity fight. A lot of times runs will snowball and steamroll really well. You'll take 0 damage and then you just get knocked the fuck out by the Divinity. I don't believe that happens here. We use a Molting Imp to dodge the Ember Drain. Definitely the Rain Fruit should go in front because of Welder Helper's existence. That's for sure, now that I've thought about it. But, oh hey, Sharto Queen's gonna die. Is what you should be saying to yourself right now. Yes, that's correct. Misplay by me. It's fine. The Impish Scholar should go on a different floor, and I should get another Fudgling at play. The answer to "Oh no, Shardtail Queen is dying" is A, I have Adaptive Mutation. B, oh my god, what's wrong with me? C, we have Trap Shoot. D, we have Tiresome Climb. We have multiple facilities for this. I have to be smarter here, moving forward. I have to stop this. I'm in actual danger now. Okay, let me make sure I don't throw this runaway. So it goes a Fledgling Imp here, and then a Fledgling Imp behind that. And then if I play one more Imp, the Imp Toss will wipe everything out, because the Divinity is dazed. Now, if I had played this turn out correctly, I would have played a Welder Helper here. However, now, dazing the Divinity again is good. I'm going to kill the Spikes enemy. I'm just going to get that out of here. And we shall see here. Fledgling Imp goes in, he tanks. Fledgling Imp goes in, he tanks. Fledgling Imp goes in, he tanks. Is it actually just a triple tank? Yeah, sure. It's a lot of damage, but that's the scary wave, and I'm gonna take... I have full health, right? We walk in here at full health, so I have the health to lose here. It's a lot of health to lose. Yowzers. But I have the health to take that damage, so it's fine. And then we should punch through this. We have the big... This is your big turn right here. This is the turn. This is the turn that, like, we could do it on Queen to ensure her survival, but we can also just go 470 times 4, 260. Because, so basically, if you're confused about what happens there and why that looks like that, what just happened is the temporary buff from Rage gets turned into your HP. So the way that it works is you play the first Adaptive Mutation. He's like a 1030 baseline, but he has 200 attacks. So that extra like 120, no, like 200, sorry. The extra like 200 attack then becomes his HP, but because it's taking his current HP, and then his HP becomes his attack, and his HP is 30, but it's increasing. He doesn't lose the rage when you play it, I guess is how I should put it. It's not like the rage goes away when you play this card. And so you then, his base attack goes up from 10 to 30. His base HP goes from 210, the temporary attack number, to, or sorry, his attack goes from 210 to, oh my god, I'm ruining this explanation. Hold on. It's hard to explain because it's like, it's a little complicated, I feel. Not that complicated, but it's like, it's complicated enough. Okay. The interaction looks like this. He has 10 base attack, 200 attack with the rage on him, and like 30 base HP, right? When you play the first Adaptive Mutation, it swaps his base stats, but it doesn't for some reason. It swaps his actual attack with the rage number. So his base HP goes from 30 to 210, and then his base attack goes from 10 to 30, but the rage doesn't go away, so then you add it back on and he's at 230 attack. And then you play it again, and his base attack goes from it goes from his health, which is 230, up to, or just pulls from his health, which is at 230 because of the rage. It's really weird to explain, and the way that it works basically is the first rage Adaptive Mutation you play is good, like it's just a big HP increase typically. The second one is ridiculous, and then as you play more past the second one, it gets worse. But not like bad, it doesn't have as much of an effect. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.